Hello, and thank you so much for coming. It's wonderful to see you all here. At this point, our hope had been to have Elsa Mosquero from IBA and from Via Victoria speak on behalf of their organization. Unfortunately, she's had a death in the family, and so you get me instead. So I want to tell you a few things about IBA and also the evolution of this program. So IBA, Inquilinos por Cuas en Acción, empowers and engages individuals and families to improve their lives through high-quality, affordable housing, education, and arts programs. And their origin is a really incredible story of revitalization of a community within the city of Boston in the South End. In 1968, the Puerto Rican community of the Parcel 19 in the South End organized, and with the support of hundreds of protesters, they fought to stop the displacement that they were facing. They finally won this battle and created IBA, which not only allowed them to stay in the neighborhood, but also gave them the right to control and develop their community. They then developed Villa Victoria, which is Victory Village, a 435-unit affordable housing community in the city's South End, which has become a model in the areas of civil rights, community organizing, and affordable housing, education, and arts programs. Today, IBA has expanded its affordable housing portfolio with the support of their many advocates. IBA's work is a daily reminder of what can be achieved with effort, determination, and community organizing. The legacy of those brave Puerto Rican activists has been recognized for 5 decades and continues to be studied by academics and other national and international communities. They serve through education, basic needs, services, and financial empowerment programs over 800 low-income people in the following groups: 370 children from 3 to 8 years old, 104 youth from 13 to 19, 165 adults from 25 to 64, and 179 elderly 65 years and older. And in our effort to continue with our mission of partnering, connecting with a social action organization in our programs, I contacted Villa Victoria after receiving a free-for-all grant from the Boston Foundation. The Boston Foundation also offers considerable support to IBA and to Villa Victoria. And the wonderful thing that came about was an opportunity to offer this concert at Villa Victoria on Thursday. And we were influenced to develop a program as we like to conceptualize our programs based on and in connection with the mission and the message of our social action partners. We were inspired to develop a program that had a very strong Latin and South American, Central American, and Spanish bent. So it's a wonderfully integrated and enlivening opportunity for us. It really inspired us to connect with such an important local organization. There are materials about IBA and their offerings on the table out in the lobby here. We encourage you to make contributions to them, either by going online or making cash or check contributions in the basket available. And these are free concerts sponsored by the Boston Foundation. However, Eudaimonia also needs continued support for its operations and to continue to be able to develop programs like this one. And so we encourage you also to make a contribution so that in the future we can continue with our pay what you decide principle for admissions, where people of greater means provide a little bit extra in order to make it possible for people with less to be able to attend without feeling imposed upon. And questions about either organization, the ensemble or EVA. So thank you so much for coming. We're going to conclude this half with a string of folias. Now the folia is a famous ground bass. It's a pattern, a harmonic and melodic pattern that was incredibly popular for improvising and compositions from the 15th century really through to today. And it was called folie d'Espagne, the kind of insanity of Spain. And there were very lively dances that would accompany it. And so you're going to hear a lot of different renderings of this same popular tune that was so familiar to people. And culminating in probably that sort of frenzied, almost tantric dancing that we can imagine associated with this tune.